Talk to me a little bit about why sustainability and reducing our carbon footprint within the automotive industry is important.
I mean, I think there's the responsibility factor, the reputational factor and the cost factor. You know, at the end of the day, we are a big business. We do have quite a big carbon footprint. And you know, for us to be able to influence that for not just for today, not just for the environment, but for future generations is massively, massively important.
It's really nice to see that actually, from a lot of the action that you guys are doing, of course, we're seeing the benefits from a sustainability perspective, but also from a cost-saving point of view, switching the lights off, basic things like that, switching screens off, it really does make a big difference. You know, how many dealerships have you guys got now? Must be 100 and... I'm putting you on the spot now.
150.
About 150 dealerships, so obviously that it feels like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference.
Well, I think when you've got a business our size, Jen, you know, small tweaks at individual level add up to a huge amount. So, you know, by switching off the lights and doing all the things that you've said, it's just really sensible. Adds up to a big number. I mean, I think we've saved what, about £500,000 in 6 months just by switching stuff off, right?
Crazy.
So that's, you know, it has to be good.
But I think there is this cultural element. You know, we've got 6,600 employees within Lookers, and you know, it's about doing the right thing. I've found myself at home now, running about after the kids, saying, "Switch those lights off," or
Yeah.
you know, turn that laptop off. And you know, in business, it's great to see how all the business leaders, how all of our 6,600 colleagues have really kind of taken to acting a little bit more responsibly when it comes to the use of heat, light and power.
I think the really exciting thing is that actually if everyone takes action just on a small scale every day in everyone's lives, then it's just going to add up to, you know, we can fix this problem. You know? We know it's not too late, we know it's quite late in the day and we're at this tipping point, but by taking simple everyday actions at home and at work and building it into our DNA and into the culture of the way we live, we can fix this.
I think it's fair to say, you know, the carbon literacy programme is something that you guys at the Auto Trader have been very proactive about, specific for this industry. And when we heard about it, absolutely wanted to get involved and contribute towards the overall programme. And since it has been, you know, brought into the business, it's been rolled out in terms of a kind of official programme, the kind of the buy-in and the engagement of the programme has been absolutely superb.
I think what's nice about the training as well, it is very much an open conversation. It's not necessarily climate experts that are delivering the training. It's, you know, all of us discussing together and learning new things and collaborating, you know, what can we do differently?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real personal thing, you know, to go through and ask questions about the way you live your own life. And we're in such an exciting sector because, you know, with electrification, or, you know, already at sort of 15-20% of the market, you know, we know cars, internal combustion cars, are one of the worst carbon emitters out there.
And that's two areas where we can make a massive difference. Is A, the adoption of electric vehicles, so busting all the myths about electric vehicles. You know, I drive an electric vehicle, Mark drives an electric vehicle, the senior team drive electric vehicles, and really trying to encourage people to jump into those cars because they are absolutely fantastic.
The first part of it, of course, to be honest, is quite it's quite sad.
Yeah,
right?
it's quite depressing, it's quite doom and gloom, isn't it?
It's a lot of doom and gloom about the time that we've got left and you know, how serious the issue is, and you know, some of the impacts on our wildlife and you know, native species and you know, all of that, and there's some quite difficult moments in it. But it's needed really to people, you know, so you can understand the entirety of the situation.
Yeah, there's a quote, I'm going to get it wrong now, but David Attenborough says it at the end of COP26 last year. He says, "In my lifetime, I've witnessed a terrible demise. In yours, you could and should witness a wonderful recovery." Yeah. And it really does put the onus on you. You think, gosh, we've got to take action. We've got to do something now. I
mean, we were remote, weren't we? We all did it remotely. Yeah. But even I could see on Teams, you know, there were a few eyes welling up, right? And it is, you know, it's an important thing.